Hi, this is how to make more than 40 videos or even up to 1000 YouTube or TikTok shorts. Okay, so but prerequisite is that you will have to have ChatGPT to generate prompts, and you must have Canva in a trial version or subscribed version. Okay, so if I come to canva.com, which you can see the URL, it lands me here. So what I will do next is to type YouTube Shorts. I'll type it short and select it. So you can use this both for TikTok shorts or videos and YouTube shorts. Okay. I'll click on YouTube shorts. And then I'll click on create blank page. It will take me to this page after clicking the create blank page. So on the here, I'll click on these apps. If you don't have this here, if you don't have video and audio here, just click on these apps. And then I select videos. Okay. Cool. So now I can choose the background I want. Everything is just depend on your choice. But for now, for this demo purposes, I will just keep it simple. I'll go for this background and make sure it covers this required space. Cool. But look here, this is 13 seconds. You can drag this up side or left side to reduce the seconds. So I would love to put it maybe 7 seconds. Okay. And also this is a video, it may have audio, so I want to make sure that I turn off the audio. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this does not have audio, but if it has audio, you just click on the tab on this pop-up here on this board, and then you see volume, then you drag it back to 0. Okay, it might be in 100% or any kind of percent, but just drag it back to 0 if you don't want the sound. Just click play and it just runs through. So next is that we begin to add text and configure to the test we want. So now I'll go to test. Here I'll click on test and I would like to use this font. Okay, and this test I will call it topic and take it a little up. Somewhere here is fine so that it will fit both YouTube and TikTok. And I want to give this a background. It's just your choice. However you want to fine tune it is fine. So on the styles here, I want to give background and I want to make it black. And then because I can't see the text, I can come here and then choose white color for the text, so I can see the text now. Okay. So we are going to add another test, which I will name part 1 and part 2. So if I go here and use this font and call this part 1 and take it a little up so that the play button will not overlap it, because if I leave it like this, I can't drag it. So if you run into this kind of issue that you can't drag it, you just click in the video and then come back here and move it up a little. Okay, yeah, so I need part 2. If I want part 2, what I can do is just to duplicate it. Okay, I'll duplicate this and get it a little down somewhere here just for the job to make it easy for me, and I'll call this part 2. Okay, so it means that after part 1 finish playing, part 2 we play in, like we flash in as well. Okay, cool. Next thing I want to do is to give this color. If I'm okay with the color black, fine, but for demo purposes, I'll just show you, just in case you want to change color. You can select the box and come here, choose blue, and also for part 2 I will choose blue just for demo purposes. And if it looks a little tiny, you can come here and drag this so that you can see more of what you're doing. Okay. Okay, cool. Next thing I want to do is to go to ChatGPT and generate a prompt of what, of the kind of test we want displayed. So let's head on to ChatGPT and see the prompt I've created. This prompt will also be in the description side of this video, both on TikTok and YouTube. Okay, so this is the prompt I'm going to paste. So the entirety of this is a speech from General Colin Powell, but I've asked ChatGPT to make it into the kind of test we want. So what is going on here is that I asked it to create 4 sets from this speech I've provided, inspirational, and then this is the format you should use. Format in a table where column is topic, 1 column is part 1, and 1 column is part 2. Do not repeat yourself. And I gave it an example of what I want, so it will create it out from this speech. Okay, so now I will just go ahead and copy this prompt. There are also other prompts I will make available in the description section that will also look great for you if you want to use that. And I copy this and go to my ChatGPT. So cool, we are in my ChatGPT. In my ChatGPT, I'll paste the prompt and then hit the enter button. So after putting this on ChatGPT, it created the 40 sets. And then format, the 40 sets means that this one is gonna be total of 39 anyway. But you can repeat this and say generate more, and don't repeat yourself. And you keep getting unique, topic, part 1 and part 2. So I'll copy this. So I'll highlight all of them and then copy and go back to my Canva. Here in my Canva, I will come back to apps. I'll click on apps and then I'll locate bulk create. Click on bulk create and I have 2 options to either upload CSV file or to enter the data manually. So because I've copied, I'm going to select this option to enter the data manually. So very careful, you're going to click this first box that has name. So I'm gonna paste Ctrl V or right click and paste. I will do Ctrl V and then paste. I'll have something like this, okay? And I'll click done. And then this page will come out for step 2. Okay, so this step 2 is to link each of these to each of those things in the table, okay? So I can also add audio at this point. Choose any audio of choice. Just for demonstration purposes, I will just choose anyone at random, okay? I'll use this and make sure it covers every part of this because this is also going to bulk create. So if I play this, I can hear the sound. So now I want my test to fly in and out like part 1 plays, then next part 2. Yeah, do you remember? Okay, so what I will do is to click on part 1, for instance, and right click and then go to show timing. I want it to play for maybe 3.4 seconds. Then part 2 will come in. And then I'll click to part 2, right click on show timing and make sure it does not overlap with part 1. Cool. So immediately after part 1 finish playing, part 2 will play. So I'll show you. I will take it right back and then click on this to test it out. Now part 1 is playing and then after that part 2 will fly in. But we are going to put 2 of them together so that the whole test will be playing from one side. Okay, so let's go back to this and connect. I click on bulk create because it's already existing and we already have it. So we go back to it, and then we want to connect each of these headings. Okay, I'll right click and connect data, and I'll connect it to topic, and then I'll also connect part 1. Click on part 1, right click, connect to part 1. I will do the same for part 2, right click, connect to part 2. So it's going to feed all the data in each of those columns to each of those parts. Okay, each of the column in the table that we pasted, we have connected them to multiplicate them. So I want this test to be showing somewhere here. So yeah, it's safe for me to now drag this up and put here, so that after part 1 finish playing, then part 2 will also play in the same place. So I will give it a test again before we now hit book create. Now part 1 is playing, and after that part 2. So I will now click continue, and then it says it's going to generate 40 designs of these facts, okay, from the speech of General Colin Powell. That was my favorite speech. And I'll hit create design, and you see it in action. Both the audio and the text will be automated. So it takes me to a new page where it's creating, and give it a little time, and you see we have 40 of this. So we can test this and click here to see how it's going, and then part 1 is playing, and after that part 2 flies in, and then it goes to the next video. Part 1 plays with a topic improvement fact, and after that part 2, and it continues like that. So you can do this for 1000 videos. That means you can create about 1000 videos a day or even more. So, but the most important aspect of this is to export it, which is very important. You click on share, and then go to download. Be very careful here. Go to download, and make sure that download pages as separate files is selected, so that these videos will be split instead of downloading as one. Okay, so you want to have hundreds of them, 40 of them separately. Okay, I will click this and then click on download. So you can see that the format is MP4 video. It is okay by default. So everything looks fine. The 1080p HD is very okay. So yeah, I think default is very fine unless you have personal requirements. Then I can click on download, and then give it a little time to download into a zip file in my desktop. And this is also not possible from phone, because when I try to do this tutorial, I want to record it on phone, but it says no, it cannot be done on phone, especially the bulk create side. It can do every other part, but when I came to the bulk create side, it says it's not possible. So don't use phone to do this. It won't work with phone unless you just want to do single. Okay, so download is complete. You can see it's complete here. I can extract this, and I'm also putting it in the same place in my download. I can give it different name, just bulk, just for demo purposes, and extract. So after it's extracted, you can see the folder here. I can open it, and you see that we have lots of videos. And if I try to play one, so guys, this is amazing. It's going to save you lots of time and lots of effort. And I think this is just for demo purposes. Then you can go ahead and create what is really in your mind, and change your colors, choose your designs, and make it fabulous, and enjoy making lots of videos. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow me and check out new videos that are very informative that I'm going to be putting out there. Thank you.